Hey, it's the Chubby Bartender Podcast with your host, Jason Gillum and Chad Reynolds. With a special guest each week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
So we're back. We got two newbies tonight.
Two newbies, two
oldies.
Yeah.
You're old hat now. You know what to do.
Well, I've been both sides of the table, I think.
Yeah. Now this is your second one. You did a hell of a job that last
Second
time.
time. It was fun. Yeah. I
It is
really
fun.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
Did you listen to the one he did with Taylor?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, I liked
yeah.
it.
That was a good
She's
time.
my neighbor, kind of. I mean, she's about
okay.
a mile and a half out the road from me.
Okay.
back toward town.
I didn't know where she was at.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was fun.
Did you? Hey, so let's talk. What did you think about that soap?
I have been back and I have purchased soap there.
I figured you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a daily user now.
Honestly,
Was it because of the shirt that she had on?
No, it wasn't the shirt. It was the fact that I can use the soap without the lotions. So I use the soap. I feel clean.
you will feel.
So
cleaner.
wait a
You
minute.
do feel cleaner.
Are you like Colt Bennett off the ranch? I mean, where that guy is always using.
I felt like I had to be a little. Yeah, I am a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I
right.
like to put the stuff in the beard now. Like this is.
Do you?
Oh, the whole soap thing is really
Your
kind of
hair's
changed my
looking
outlook.
tight.
Yeah.
It is. I like it.
Yeah. You got to put some stuff in there and gotta
Who
move it
does
all
your hair,
around.
Pie?
Miranda Mullins.
Miranda Moore. I know Miranda.
Yeah.
She does a nice
I think
job.
she does a fantastic
She
job.
does a nice job.
Yes.
Man,
Yeah, got it all. Got
he's
it
a
all
trendy.
folded. Oh,
I
yeah.
told him the other day. I said, "My God, dude!" I said, "Did you just go through the LL Bean catalog?"
I got a flannel closet. I got a closet full of flannel.
I said, "He looks so good, so sharp every time I see him. Looks like he just stepped right out of LL Bean."
Hey, you know what I just picked up recently? This is funny because I never thought I'd ever buy these. White tennis shoes.
Ooh,
Low top white tennis shoes.
What model?
I think it was a Puma.
A Puma.
was
Just
a Puma.
straight white, all white.
It had a little red and a little black.
What'd you buy those for?
Like how much?
No, like why? What was the purpose?
Oh, I just, I'm trying to be a little bit stylish. I'm trying to,
okay.
apparently wearing the old school tennis shoes.
I wear them to
Old
the bust.
Adidas's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, these were busting. These were pretty rough. I mean, you go take a little walk around town and your
Yeah.
feet hurt. But yeah, I mean, they really do. It's kind of a different look, and it's kind of weird to put them on.
You feel 20?
I don't. Maybe like 37.
Okay.
37.
So it's
maybe.
knocked you down a few.
I feel like it did knock me down a few years.
Shit, I need to get a pair of those.
Yeah.
then.
Let's thank some guys first, and we got to jump back in this.
Yeah.
Shoot, who you want to thank first, boys? You guys know the drill. I'll tell you what. Why don't you guys talk about them sponsors?
Hey, if you
Well, you know who I always go for.
Well,
right
go
off
for
the
it.
bat.
Go for it. You and him do it. You guys know who to
Scott Massey over at Geiger Brothers.
tell him.
Oh yeah. Now Scott is he's a top notch guy, but I'd like to see him on the other end of Pudge's stuff. So Pudge gives him some stuff, man. I mean, you give him some shit.
A lot.
A lot. Yeah. I mean, even at the Apple Festival, the guy fed you pizza up there, and you was talking about how many pizzas he brought up to the Apple Festival that night.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
You said he brought like 6 pizzas up there to the stage or something up at the Apple Festival or something that night. So
He probably, I don't remember. It just,
that's the kind of guy he is. And I mean, he's trying to be your buddy, and then you just kick him to the curb, bud. Poor old Scott.
well, they do a nice job.
They do a good job.
Yeah, Geiger Brothers Construction. Look them up, GeigerBrothers.com. Give them a call, 740-286-0800. Who's next?
shout out to Munn.
Mud, spot number 5.
Yes, spot number 5.
He needs more spots.
Yeah, I really do think, man, a chubby spot is a fantastic idea.
That is a great
is.
idea.
It really
is. You can't get in 3 and 4.
Yeah, I don't know how you designate it. I mean, to make to be
Put
PC
a fat kid
on
out
that,
there on a
but-
sign. That's all you
Yeah,
gotta do.
yeah, that is true.
You know?
Just put a chubby person
They
out there.
got that old boy with the red hair already, old Ronald.
Oh, it's true.
Can we get a fat Ronald?
Fat Ronnie out there.
I got red hair. Ronald's got red hair. We'll call him Cousin Ronnie.
Well, you can't because you already got a cousin.
I do got a Cousin Ronnie.
It'll just look like it'll be a picture of you.
With that, with that,
Ronnie.
yeah, Cousin Ronnie. We'll call it the cousin, Chubby Ron.
And that'll be the spot. I like that.
Yeah. All right,
But another great guy in the community.
Another
right
great
there.
guy, yes.
Yeah.
Brad and Sarah and his wife, his lovely
Yep.
wife Sarah. Brad and Sarah Munn. Jackson Wilson, Oak Hill, MacArthur, McDonald's. Who
I'm going
else?
to give a quick another. I'm going to follow that up. Went there today, took Hudson there. He likes their McNuggets, as do I. So we go there and we get a basket of fries. I think we talked about that last time. The basket of fries.
You get a whole
Fantastic.
basket?
You get a whole basket.
Holy
It's basically
cow.
the whole
I didn't-
bottom of your bag.
I didn't know that.
Get a whole
That's the size
basket.
it is.
Then we got a 20-piece.
Is it on the
nugget,
app?
Drink.
Yeah, oh,
yeah.
With deals.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many points you got?
I don't know. I'd have to
I
look.
got 5,000.
I don't
That's
even
the
wanna
highest
look.
I've ever had.
So what does that mean? How many?
Betsy G got 96,000.
So if you spend, okay, so you got 5,000 points, right? So what
can-
does that mean? Like,
can
what does that
use-
equate to in
I don't
number of
have-
dollars you've spent there?
I don't know. I think it's like to do with like how often you go.
I got you.
I think, and also how much you spend.
Makes
probably. I don't know. Brad could probably answer that when you give him on the show. But you know how to use them though, right?
I don't have the app.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, well, let me tell you
I'm
something.
missing out on all these points, and I'm going there all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, you can order it from your house, bud. They just
I
bring it
know.
right out to
Hey,
you.
the other day I ordered my stuff at Walmart, right? And it's like a weekday, and that line is always out on both lines, you know. So I drive through the parking spots around, all the way around, 2 lines of cars.
You just
go around,
look at them, don't you? Like
oh yeah,
peasants.
just like, you know, I even filmed going around there and sent it to Brad and you on Snapchat, you
Yeah.
know, and I was like, pulled right in, put my number in, boom. I mean, before like 2 cars got through the drive-through, they was bringing my stuff out, and I was I was down the road.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why I haven't done that yet.
I have no idea why you haven't done
I'm
that.
telling you, it's the greatest thing.
It's a game
And
changer.
Listen,
son.
and I didn't know anything until I came on the show with Pudge and Brad over here that day, and he was
Yeah,
talking about it.
yeah.
And Susan and I downloaded that app. We use it all the time.
yeah.
Oh, we'll be going down the road, and Mindy, I'll be like, "What do you want?" She'll be like, "Well, get your app out."
Oh, we don't just use it in Jackson. We use it in Chillicothe. You know.
Oh, yeah.
When I was going to the doctor down in Lexington, you know, there was a McDonald's on the way down through there. We'd use it there. Oh, it's great.
And it keeps your orders.
Yeah.
It'll say order again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you're
I
downloading
like the
it
same
before you leave.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Who else?
Oh,
we got?
it's a good thing, man.
I'm done with you, man. Until you get spot number 5, you're cut off.
With Cousin Ronnie's picture on it.
Cousin Ronnie.
Yeah. Oh, Ronnie
I'd love to see your picture just on spot number 5.
Reynolds.
Yeah, it could
Reynolds.
be it could be a customer of the month club.
It could be.
High spender gets their picture on
Well,
that.
Betsy G got it. She had 96,000 points. I'm still just flabbergasted by that.
How do you? That's a lot of points.
That's a ton of points. That's a ton of points.
So what's that get you? I mean, does that get you a couple value meals?
That
or-
gets
That's,
like a
that
year's
gets
worth
you
of
Brad
free.
bringing your food out
Yeah,
to
yeah. Brad, Ronnie brings your food.
you.
Cousin Ronnie coming out.
Who else we got? We got to move on.
We got Jason Gillum with Gillum
You
Insurance.
got Gillum Insurance. Give me a call, 740-395-0357. Shoot me an email, jason.gillum@american.
He didn't even let us roast him.
No, I know better.
Yeah.
It's you two. I get right to the point. Just call me. Just call me. Moving on. I know better. You're missing one, boys.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, AP Prep.
AP Prep. Where can you
Jason-
look them up at?
So I don't know the numbers.
APprep.info.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you two would both like it. You would really like it.
I've been up there a couple times
Have you?
when I was in the weight loss thing with you guys.
Oh, yeah, you went up there?
Yeah, I went up there. Steven and I went up there and worked out several times. And,
Okay.
obviously, you can tell that I haven't been up there for a while.
I'm
but
just gaining
with the
weight,
hip
so.
surgery, it's kind of put me down for a little bit. But
You
yeah,
and Hudson, I'll check that out.
They have a spot that I could go do like some calisthenics and some
Oh, yeah.
box jumps and such.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, listen, whenever you go in there, they tell you what to do.
Yeah,
Everybody's doing it. The boxing especially.
that would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, man, I took Travis Ruckel up there with me last week. Jeez, boys. Man, that cat there, don't get on the other side of that.
Oh, he's a big dude.
Man, I thought he was going to snap my arm.
Yeah,
Like I was holding the mitts, and he hit me with a cross, and I was holding my arm kind of like that at that plane, and I thought he was just going to snap it. Like I'd tell him stop. That's how hard. He's 325 pounds.
oh, he's a
boy,
big man.
and can move.
Yeah, he's a big man.
I realized right then, no, I knew that before.
Sure,
but
well, you had your dad. You was like, yeah, he's a big guy. But,
Yeah.
but
no.
But now there's no buts.
No question about
Yeah.
it. Don't.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're out there and you're thinking about it, don't.
He's one of those guys when you walk in the bar and you see him over there, you're like,
buy him a beer.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Go
He's
over
like,
and
I
hug
don't know you. Well, you're going to.
Yeah.
I'm on your side tonight.
We are
He's probably-
friends.
He's probably 6'2", 325.
I know who he is. I'm sure he don't know me, but I
Great
know
guy.
who he is.
Great guy. He kind of runs the city rec league now.
Right.
So he's, that's kind of what he does. He's kind of like I don't know. I know he's probably been called this, and you two will appreciate this, and we need this. But he's kind of like the modern day Hondo.
Yeah.
Does a ton. To my knowledge, he doesn't make any money doing it.
Oh, no, all those guys volunteer at the time.
Why is that? This podcast,
love
we're
it,
just
man.
shooting shit, but
They love it.
So like,
I know Hondo Waters. That's what he lived for.
no.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. But why can't we here get like a really sweet facility? Like all these other towns, and like have like, why can't we get that off the ground?
I don't know. I mean, I think one of it has to do with, we have the space and the parks already, but everything seems to be flooded.
Yeah.
And I don't know where else you go to find.
I think you go to McCarty Lane.
Yeah. I think that there's places around that we
Which
can
John
do it
just did.
somewhere, but how do you do it cost effectively? I don't know.
Yeah,
Where do you get the grant
it's-
money from?
That's right. You either take grant money or somebody donating the property, which I think is what happened with the Eddie Jones Fields and stuff
Right.
down there now. I think that old property was all
Eddie said,
donated at one time.
here's some bullshit land.
Huh?
Eddie said, here's some bullshit land.
Yeah, well, but look how many kids has walked across that.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, boy. It's got us,
I was
you're
hitting
right.
home runs down there on High Street, bud, when the fence was twice as high as what it is now.
And you was my coach down there.
Yeah, well, that was on the other side. That was on Harding Avenue over there. But
Oh, you're talking about High Street?
yeah, High Street.
Yeah.
That's where we
Yeah,
played at.
you coached me on Harding. But look at Harding. Look at
Yeah.
as bad as that park is, it's got a lot of play over the years.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of
I mean-
us learned to play football on that field.
Yeah, they did.
Lot of
I
kids.
played basketball there
Yeah.
back whenever I was in high school. The tennis team played down there.
Yeah.
I played flag football down there because
Did
we
you?
didn't have tackle when I was a kid.
That's where you played.
So
flag?
third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, we had flag football
Yep.
as a rec league. So,
You know what else I think would be cool down there? Disc golf.
yep.
Yeah, that would
I
be
agree with
cool.
that.
I think that'd be cool, and I think I also think they could take those woods. I don't know. I haven't really walked in those woods. Have you ever done that? You ever walked in those
It's
woods?
pretty marshy, I think.
Is it marshy?
Yeah. Once the rain gets up in there, I don't think it drains real well. But
I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to look at that. But I think like a little single track, little mountain bike deal would be cool
Yep.
there too. Mm-hmm. How's old Tangi? You went up there and rode that lately?
Not for a long time. It's been years.
Yeah, since
Oh,
we
yeah.
was riding.
Yeah. Since we were up there getting extreme.
Getting extreme. We all went out.
You
by
remember
mountain
riding
bike.
out back of my apartment complex in the woods?
Trying
We
to
just found
buddy
this
hop
little
over
trail.
speed
Oh, yeah.
bumps.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
trying to ramp this little, I think it was a trash
I think-
pile.
Yeah, I don't know what we was riding. On
I don't
back there.
know.
Yeah, that I remember. Well, this is I have these spurts. Extreme.
Yeah, we were extreme.
Where would you put that though? I've always said McCarty. I've always liked McCarty. Where would you put that? They wanted to go to the lake. I don't like the lake.
yeah, well, they tried to put soccer fields out of the lake.
The
one time,
intersection right there is horrible.
and then somebody stopped them because they had a dozer out there and they was trying to flatten out. So if you look up behind the pistol range up there, you'll see a flat spot. They was trying to put soccer fields up there.
Yeah.
And one of the neighboring residents out there put a stop to it, and
Because of runoff and
Yeah, sediment was supposed to be going in the lake and all that stuff. So that's where it stopped.
They always said that lake was like crazy good technology, especially for like the 50s when it was built. And it
Really?
must be because we've never run out of water here.
No, we've run low,
Yeah.
but if you get out there, with a fish finder, I found spots that's 50 some feet deep out there too.
Really?
Yep.
I thought it was like 80 right out there in front of the rock dam.
Well, like in between, there's a power line. Well, it used to be they put a new one in, but there's a power line that goes over toward like the island over where the secondary dam and stuff is
Yeah.
over there, and right out there in the middle of that channel, it's almost 60. I think it's 50 some feet right there is the deepest spot I found. But
Okay.
that's pretty deep, man.
Oh, it's real deep.
Yeah.
Whole farm underneath there. That's what they said.
But there's no streams that feed it. It's all runoff water that feeds that thing. Really.
Yeah, there's no creeks or anything.
No.
Yeah, it's all runoff,
Yeah.
but there's some big runoff.
Oh yeah. I mean, it all drains
That
down in
one
there.
coming from towards your house running in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
That's a big old gully
Sure.
right through there. Yeah, there used to be a farm down in there in that bottom
Yep. Yeah, you go back in that one holler back in there.
with the well.
Yep, you
Yep.
can see the well and stuff.
We covered it up. Eddie or Kenny did.
And then back toward the boat club, there's one back that way too.
Is there?
Yep.
I've never seen that one.
Yep.
Huh. You ever get out there?
Where, on the Hammertown?
Uh-huh.
Sometimes, yeah. Used to go kayaking out there quite a bit.
But I mean, like in the woods. You ever go out there?
Hiked it a couple times,
Yeah.
which, I mean, it's a really, it's not a real great place to hike after the horses have been through, but, I mean, the trails are
it
nice.
gets a ton of horse traffic.
Yeah. What just gets rough, the times that I've been out there, it's been a little bit wet. Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Good pair of boots, you're all right, but it's still a little
That's
bit sloppy.
you're like me. That's my home base.
Me.
I
Me too.
I love going out there.
Yep.
I mean, I know all those trails. You're never like more than 10 minutes away from something.
No, never.
Never. You can
Never.
get to something within
Yeah.
10 minutes. That's what's crazy. You think it's a long way, and it
That's
is,
right.
but it's really like you can get there.
Yeah, Susan, she loves to walk out there on them trails, with the dogs and stuff like that. But sometimes, she knows the trails way better than I do now at this point, because she knows that this trail hooks to this trail and this trail comes out there. But for a while, like, she would be like freaked out that she would get turned around, and I was like, listen,
Keep water on your right.
you're not very far. If you run into the lake, go the opposite way, or follow the lake around. You're going to come around somewhere,
Yeah.
Or get Google Maps or Google
Earth.
Earth on your phone, and it'll show you right where you're at and right where you need to go.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, you're never very far out there.
yeah, that lake's like a big horseshoe. So,
Me and Wooten walked it last year. We walked all the way around it.
yeah.
He got into that hiking with me.
Yeah.
Last year.
Hiking's fun, man, especially this time of year. I mean, if it's not raining. And like
Boy,
it
it's
is right now,
shitty.
but- oh, it is.
Man, I hope we don't jump right into that.
Susan said she's working in Circleville. She said it's been snowing up there all day.
Yeah, I locked my keys in my Jeep earlier today. I had to call Ron's garage, and he was up at Lake Hope, and he said it was snowing.
So I ran into somebody that said you had flat tires, getting firewood, and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I
I'm
did.
like,
I got in a mess today. I got in a mess. I did. Had that trailer. Hadn't used that trailer in 6 months, and I pulled out my gooseneck. Thought I had good enough air in the tires. My tire gauge tire gauge wouldn't work. It was seized up. It'd been so long since I'd used it, so it wouldn't work. So I get out to Travis's and I got to look, and I was like, well, shit, that's 12 ton. I was like, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And I brought it on home, though.
Did you?
Then I got home, and my tractor wouldn't hardly pick them up off the trailer. So then it was leaning I got my forks in front on my bucket. So I'm way out there with it. So, I mean, it's got behind it, so I can't go nowhere. I'm in a mess with it. I'm in a mess. Shitty day. Firewood. I'm telling you, this firewood game. People like, yeah, I'd like to have me a good stove. Yeah, you shit too. There's a lot of work involved.
Yeah, well, so I heat with propane in my house, and propane's up 45% this year right now. So,
They said it was like 3.5 times.
yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Is yours in town?
Gas prices have gone up. I mean, mine's not. I haven't noticed it yet, but I'm sure I will very soon.
Yeah.
We got a guy coming on the show next week. Either one of you guys know anything about Bitcoin? Do you know anything about
No.
You're
No.
a banker.
No, I don't
My
know.
boys
I don't know
do.
anything about
Do they?
cryptocurrency.
My boy Coleman could tell you all about it, but I don't know nothing about it. So,
Huh. Jimmy Dan's supposed to come talk to us about it. He's big in this cryptocurrency. I feel like I need to get in it. Do you?
No, I don't feel the need to.
You don't?
I'm sure that there's money to be made. I mean, it's just like, yeah, you could make money trading stocks every day, or people.
I think it's the
trading.
jumps that's got these people. Like
Yeah, they buy
crazy.
on the dips and information, and
What is Bitcoin? Do you know?
I don't really know how to explain it, to be quite honest. I mean, it's
I know it's going to be the e-currency, isn't it?
it's kind of a global currency that you can use, but how you value it and where all that comes from, I have no clue.
yeah, I'm not sure either.
Aren't they all like gunning? Maybe I'm wrong, but aren't they all gunning to be the producer of the actual like e-currency?
I think they're making like kiosks now where you can like cash in like your Bitcoin to get cash out, like an ATM or something. I really do think that that's a thing now.
Well, one of them Bitcoins is worth like 30 grand just for one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I've seen stuff about them here lately. So, and I could be way off, but
I figured you'd be all over it.
No, don't know much about it at all. I have some buddies that mess around with it, but I mean, it's just never
They
anything
getting
I've got
rich?
into. No,
We're not getting rich.
nope. I don't know anybody that's made a bunch of money on it.
I
yet.
do.
Yeah,
I know some guys that's hit some licks.
yeah,
My stepbrother, I think, hit some licks too.
yeah. I mean, it's out there.
Mindy's grandpa said he made so much money so fast he got scared and got out.
Yeah.
didn't think it was real or what?
Didn't think it was real. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
like a
the
Ponzi
games.
scheme or something. Huh?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't. I don't know. What else is going on in the news other than Bitcoin? You guys supposed to bring this shit to the table?
Well, listen, I don't want to get into like the whole political thing.
Hit me with it. What's going on?
I mean, just gas prices.
Oh my God!
and pipelines and those type of things. And
give it to us, buddy.
I mean, I'm just a little frustrated by it all. So,
$100 fill my truck up.
Yeah. It'll be even more than that if they shut that pipeline in Michigan down. So.
Why? I wonder why it happened. How do you not know about this? You're like the most certified financial guy.
It's simply just supply and demand is what they're
right.
pushing down our throat. But at the same time, we have the capabilities to control our own supply because we've got it right here. We're just choosing not to use it.
And not to get political, but I think the government at this point is raising gas prices so everybody goes out and buys electric cars. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all, but I honestly think that that's what they're looking at.
Never thought of it like it.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I mean, the government on this new whatever $1 trillion bill that they're trying to pass, one of the things is they're going to be putting in charging stations for electric cars. That's one of their big selling points.
Yep.
So, and even the president said the other day that he said it, but I guess there is cars that take gas and still run off electric, I guess. But there is total electric cars, but he said, you could put a tank of gas in your car and drive across the country, with electric, charging, places and stuff like that.
You can now.
Well, so I think that they're raising gas prices to the point where, of course, me and my wife was talking about this morning that, the people that can afford these $100,000 electric cars right now, they ain't worried about gas prices anyway.
No, they're not.
Yeah. So.
What does it do to your shipping places?
What is it?
Your shipping places. Think what it does to them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're your dad, down there with the grocery store,
Right.
Sure.
that's got to be. I mean, that has to be a major effect on. I mean, they're going to take it out on him,
Right?
And and then
He's got to raise the prices,
and then he's got to raise prices, and everything. So I mean, how does this ever? And why is it? This I'm not trying to get. I guess we are getting political. Hell, let's say it. But why is it always like this when we have a Democratic president?
Well, I don't know that it's necessarily party specific.
You don't think it is?
I think it is to a certain extent. But like in this case specifically,
What was gas prices when Clinton was in office? Obviously, you're going to have inflation. Clinton's 20 years ago.
yeah, I mean, it'd be
I
kinda hard to
honestly, I
compare.
don't know what that was, but
Bush, how was Bush? Because Bush was a big oil guy. You're talking to a guy that was 20.
honestly, they was high then. I mean, I think they was $3 a gallon or something.
I remember in
then-
1999, whenever I was working at May Express that summer after I graduated, and I took the sign from like $1.79 or $1.89 to $1.99, and people were stopping, like screaming about it.
Sure.
On the sign,
Yeah.
it was $1.99. Now we just got back so that was 23 years ago. A year ago, we were there again.
Yep.
Yes, yes, yes. A
But
year
we've
ago.
seen $4 a gallon gas.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
But I guess during Bush, you had 9/11.
Yeah.
Which, remember, everybody freaked out.
I mean, I don't think
it
it was as high as what it was when Obama was in office, but
maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe I was. Maybe
I mean,
Bush
Obama
was high.
Yeah, Obama was high. I mean, the gas prices was high then, and
I think there were a couple years where the
Yeah.
prices were a little bit lower. If I'm remembering correctly, I think I
Yeah.
saw something the other day about it.
but anyway,
still.
yeah, I don't know. It gets me all riled up thinking about
But
it. So.
I mean, when you think about the gas prices, and now you look at, I saw something they were talking about the year-over-year number of inflation, 6.3%, which is the highest annual increase in over 30 years for inflation. So then you look at the gas prices and you think, well, man, I wonder why our prices are so high. Just like you're talking about, gas prices, it all flows downhill.
Sure.
It all is going to go to basically the end user, us,
Right.
and we're the ones paying that price. And I just don't understand why we have the capabilities to get this gas, get this oil, keep the prices as low as we want them, because we've got it all here. Create the jobs, and just I don't know. I don't understand why we're not getting it.
And right now,
Yeah.
people have, like, I don't know about right now, but in the last 20 months, people have been given an extreme amount of money.
They have.
everybody.
I haven't. I still make the same amount of money per hour as I did before.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
happens. So,
Well,
But just
and
government
I'm
like
still
the-
paying these prices, and
but I
paying
bet your
prices for
company
the
got
gas.
money.
Huh?
I bet your company got money.
Maybe it didn't pass on to me.
But it didn't hurt you.
Well, I mean, when you're paying $4 a gallon for gas, it does hurt me.
No,
I still got to go to work. I still got to get home. I still got to go. Do
but
all
what I'm
those
saying,
things. But
what I'm saying is, a lot of people. There was a lot of money got put out in circulation.
Sure.
You may not have got it directly, but companies got lots of money. They gave what they give there last year. What was it, $2,400 or something that they got? Like everybody got. Remember that?
Yeah, tax credit.
Tax credit, yeah. So you had that. You had now there's that $250 tax credit that you're getting every month.
Yep.
So I mean, there's been how much did they give them last? Was it 6,000 over the course of 19 or 20? 20. What was it? 6,000? 3,000?
I don't know. It was a fair amount.
It's a fair amount for if you were a minimum wage person. It was enough to move your needle a little bit for
yeah.
the year. You weren't going to see that amount of money come through for a while.
I paid my property taxes with it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm paying bills with it.
Easy go. Easy go.
Yeah, that's right. So
There's another thing. Property taxes. Jesus. Man. It's just crazy, dude. I mean, just the amount of tax.
Well, yeah, on everything.
half of mine goes to the Jackson City schools.
Yep.
It does.
Yeah. Well,
least
half of everybody's does in Jackson County, don't they?
It's a big percentage.
It's a big percentage.
Yeah. I've never got into all of that.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't.
Well, but at the same time, to look at our schools and
Sure.
and that's the weird thing. I think when you're talking about the facilities earlier for the kids, recreational stuff like that, the summer stuff. Our school systems are fantastic. All the buildings, all the facilities are amazing. But then on the recreation side, we are lacking
Everything.
Really, yeah. But then you see some other communities. Wellston's a great example. Wellston's parks, their ballparks. Hudson played fall ball there this year. Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, just the program they set up for these kids.
What's the difference?
I don't know. I think it's the people involved. I mean, just on our team alone, we had 4 coaches, and I mean,
Where do they get their funding?
that I don't know. I mean, I'd say a lot of it's donated. I think they make a good amount of money from their, the food sales and things there at the concession stand.
I think it's easy for them to keep them in good shape over there where they're at, too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great spot. And
That's a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fields have all been upgraded. They all drain really nicely. But I mean, as a whole, I think it's really a lot of it has facilities one, but the people involved there, they're amazing. I mean, it's just everyone's all in, and I mean, it's great.
And we really don't have a good spot close
Nope.
for that. Jackson, other than McCarty.
Right.
That's
And I mean,
veterans
it's great
or
that we have the
whatever you
fields
wanna
we do. It would just be
Yeah.
nice if, we could have that big complex like they have, 4 or 5 fields, something like that, where you could have a big tournament and really bring people to town for something like that. Because it is, it's a big draw to
Man,
Wellston in the
Reynolds
summertime.
and those guys, they did that travel ball last year.
Yeah.
They said they'd go to these complexes and there'd just be, thousands basically of
Yep.
people.
Right.
Like you'd go to, even Beaver has like 3 pretty decent. They hosted
Yeah.
some tournament games for us this year.
Yeah, they have a really nice complex.
We got a meeting Thursday night. The Big Red Diamond Club does. That's Ruckle's big in that.
Yeah.
That's how we got all on that. But so they've got a little bit of money. We did that Chubby Bartenders weight loss competition last year, and that kind of helped start them off because they were pretty new. But they've got this new club called Big Red Diamond Club, and
I've heard Jenkins talk about it a little bit.
Jenkins is involved. He's pretty involved with it. As far as I know, I don't know much about it, but I think the city has turned over like field rights, not rights, but like they've let Big Red Diamond Club run the city rec league.
Right.
But I mean, they have a hell of a turnout, man.
Oh, they do. I mean, they've got a great program too.
It is,
in the
and,
summer.
and it's affordable. No kid gets turned away.
Right.
But it's just like, wonder why we just haven't gotten that big facility. But I think it's why we haven't gotten a lot of things. I think it's population and just
Yeah, it's got to be someone going after the grant money too. I mean,
Yeah.
there's got to be someone that's very driven.
Then you got to staff it.
yeah,
And
you got to have a place for it too. I guess that's really the big thing. I mean, if you don't have the land to put the complex, you really don't have a complex.
People's talked about it in there behind Taco Bell and them. We've talked about that before, but I think Holzer owns that. I'm
not sure who owns that.
I don't know who owns that. Do you own it?
There's a for sale sign back there. So, like, if you go not by Taco Bell, but like Arby's or something like that, when you pull through there, you can see. So there's like an entrance into there, and there's that big field that goes in behind like Martin Block. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. So I don't know
that would roll well. You'd have to take a lot of dirt work in there, and you couldn't get as many fields in there as you think.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never looked at it for that. So
I bet that isn't that far through there.
I don't know.
I don't know how many acres it takes to do one of them.
I don't know either.
I'd think a baseball field's at least an acre, ain't it?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. Of course, you figure first 50 acres in there. Parking. Then you got to figure parking. You got,
sure.
There's maybe right there in front of Meridian. I don't know. Knock that off.
Yeah.
Right there on the main drag. You got Days Inn right there, hotels. You got the hotel space for it right now. And these hotels around here, they stay pretty busy.
Yeah.
Busier than what people realize. I noticed that when I was at the bar, man. There's all time. People just, there's 60 people work here that just come in on Mondays and leave on Fridays. The same 60 people.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's a group of police who flies in every Monday and flies out every Friday.
And those are the people you know about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's people that you don't know about.
When that gas line come through here, man, there was so many people in and out of here. There was a bunch.
Yeah.
Did your dad see a big hit in that? Not hit, but big pop in that?
I don't know if he noticed or not. I'm sure he did a little bit. I mean, if there were that many people through town.
Yeah. Man, I'm never over there in that place. It's just like Jerry's just over. He kills it.
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
I mean, he's got great meats.
He does.
He's got like all these. I mean, where?
Listen, we don't get our fresh meat anywhere but over Jerry's.
We don't either.
I mean, and I'm not saying anything bad. I mean, because. I bought like some frozen hamburger patties and things like that off Armstrong's and those type of places and stuff. But
I go to Jerry's for groceries.
I mean, lunch meats, those type things. We go over there and get all of our stuff from Jerry's over there, and it's always nice to run into him over there too.
Oh yeah, he's not there as much as he used to be.
No, he isn't.
You'll catch him in there from time to time.
He was in his Christmas spirit the other day. He called me up. Made me a donation.
Oh, yeah.
Nice donation, yes. So thank you, Jerry Hall, for listening to this. That was, the kids will like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes care of us every year. Silently. He's going to be mad that I even said it. Because I tried to get his picture and he wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah, he didn't like the name out.
Hey, so let's get into it. So you have got bit by the bug.
Golf bug.
Bad.
And
It's a good bug.
It is.
Can be.
Yeah. So like 3 or 4 years ago, I tried to get into golfing, and I had like Rich Harless and your father-in-law. Actually, I got a couple lessons off him and things like that. And then I got to the point where I'd never got any better, and I tried for like 2 summers to play golf. And then I just got to the point where I just.
So explain, you tried to play golf. So
it's not like something you can just go out like.
I've been bit before.
Yeah. I mean, it's not.
Couple different times, yeah.
It's not like something that you can just pick up on and go out and be good at. So,
but how many times were you trying to get out?
Back then, I mean, I was a member out at Franklin Valley. I bought a driving range membership out there. Me and Rich Harless had sat out there every evening and hit balls, and so I was out there quite a bit. A couple of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, and then I just got to the point where I just. That was it. I couldn't figure things out. I'd hit my driver good, and then once I started hitting my driver good, I couldn't hit my irons. And then once I started hitting my irons, I couldn't hit my driver. And it was just total frustration at that point. And I was never good enough to be mad. To like throw clubs or anything like that. I'm not that good. So I hung them up and didn't golf again until the boys started golfing this summer. And I was like, I'll pick up the clubs again a little bit. And of course, I had hip surgery on July 8th, and so I watched a lot of YouTube videos. And then when I was able to, get up and start swinging a club a little bit, I started going back out, and it's a little bit different this year. I feel like I'm playing a little bit better. The other day, which I'm a bogey golfer.
Feel like you're playing better, so you're always
listen. I'm a bogey golfer, so with BEAU, bogey. That's the way I play.
Bogey, yeah.
So the other day on the front 9, I was like 8 over after 7. And then I was like 6 over on the last 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just can't put it all together.
Mm-hmm.
So,
no, right there's a cat that can.
yeah.
Well, it took me a long time to get there too.
Now so let's talk this golf. Okay, so here's my problem. You're like you and I grew up same way in the woods. These guys grew up on the golf course. Whenever you were in high school, pretty much every day in the summer you were golfing, were you?
I would say, 13, 14, 15. I mean, there were days my dad would drop me off on his way when he was managing Big Bear. He'd drop me off in the morning, and I'd play golf. We'd play golf all day.
All day.
Yeah, and there was a group
36 holes.
Oh, minimum. Usually 45 to 54 holes. I mean, we would walk every one of them, and we were completely ate up by it. But I mean, that's what we did.
And were you gambling back then?
Yes, we were. That's where we learned how to gamble, and it was. I mean, we gambled baseball cards.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Now
ridiculous.
that got some of your buddies. It never got you.
Yeah.
But that got, that's been my biggest fear with Gibson is, he's got the best teacher in the world.
Right.
Right there, right here in house.
Yeah.
But the thing that scares me is like, man, I don't want him to go out there and get bit by that gambling bug.
Well, I don't think, that was never really my concern. I think the people that got bit by it didn't just see it at the golf course. It was other places.
Yeah.
I don't think that,
That's a good point.
Us playing golf for baseball cards or who's going to go and get us a hot dog at lunch. I mean, it was, we didn't have any money. So, I mean, we were gambling.
You got into betting. I mean, that group of you was.
We'd bet money, but there was only a couple of us that had any. We just knew how to play for it.
Yeah. I was going to say, I can remember being young out there. And you can't.
And I'll tell you honestly, I wish that was something I started doing years ago.
Mm-hmm. You can do it all your life.
Yeah, you can do it all your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you go out there and you see, Hayden Euler, 80-some years old. He's out there playing. Dan Call, he's out there playing every day. And, I wish I'd have started years ago.
Yeah.
Friday night, I talk to Dad every night. And, Friday night Jackson lost. And I said, it's crazy, Dad. I said, I'm not trying to read Al Bundy here, but, it's like, hey, there's a lot, 99% of the boys out there just strapped her up for the very last time.
Very last time.
Mm-hmm. You'll never do that again.
Right. Never.
And, I've always admired like Walburn and Willie Woodard and Munn and those guys because they've been playing basketball together since they were 5.
Right.
And I thought, football was the sport that I focused on. And, after it's over, you can't get with your buddies and go play that.
Yeah.
You can't strap on a helmet after that.
Then this golf, you know, I mean, it's something you can do your whole life.
Yep.
It's a frustrating.
I was hitting golf balls in the rain and the snow today at the house in the net.
I mean, it's
official. He does have the button.
Oh, I'm telling you.
You got a net?
I got a net.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
I got a net, and I'm hoping this winter, for my birthday or something, Susan buys me one of those simulator things. It goes into the house,
You got room to swing club?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've already got it mapped out, bud.
My cousin David built one.
Oh, really?
He built his. Yeah.
The simulator?
In his basement. Yeah. He just got all the components.
Ryan Perry had one. I assume he still has
got
one.
bit.
Oh, man.
He got bit.
He did.
Yeah.
We played a lot of golf together a few years back.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And, man.
Is he still bit?
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure he is. I think he plays a ton in the summer. And that dude, I watched him go from, that frustrating phase. He started getting some lessons and stuff.
He never was a golfer.
Oh, dude, he's a great golfer now.
Is he scratch yet?
I don't know if he's scratched, but he
he
can throw some low numbers out there.
That's Perry,
he starts
though.
rolling that ball. He's got a good swing and he's got the mechanics down. He put the time into it. That's the thing about golf that really sucks is it doesn't matter if you're a great athlete or whatever. You got to put the reps in.
That's right. You do.
Until you get them in, and luckily for me, I got them in when I was 13 and 14.
Yep.
A lot of people, when you don't start playing.
Your golf game has not changed.
I think I've gotten better as I've gotten older. And the more courses I've played and, just going out there and really it's kind of in your head too.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get out of your own way and realize, when you have that 7 and then you just know the next hole, okay, I can't make a 7 the next hole. If I make a par or a bogey, I'll be fine.
Right.
It's just about, making some good shots and taking those 7s off your scorecard. And that's when you start seeing your numbers.
Yeah. And that's the way I am. Like bogeys, that doesn't bother me at all. You know what I mean? Because if it's a par 4 and I'm on in 3 and 2 putt, that tickles me to death.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
But, you know, and then I pick up a par here and there, but it's those 7 and 8s that just I can't get out. You know, every 9 holes I have a couple of them. So that's the frustrating part.
You're all in.
And, you know, and
This may be the demise of you.
oh, I'm telling
You're
you.
probably going to sell your Harley.
Oh, I tried to sell it. Susan wouldn't let me. So, like, my good day is when I get home and Susan's like, how many golf balls did you lose?
Yeah.
And I say none or one. Oh, that's a good day. You know,
Yeah.
That's how I count a good day. Is if
absolutely.
If I put 2 golf balls in my pocket when I start on hole 1, and I still got those 2 at 9, that's a good day for me.
You know, Reynolds was talking last not this past show, but the show before last about he's wanting a hobby, and you know, it seems like all these hobbies though. Like if you're a guy and you're wanting to jump into a hobby at our age, you know, we're all in our 40s. And it's going to cost you, I'd say, no matter what you do, $1,000. Mm-hmm. No matter what.
Yeah,
More
or less.
How much a good set of golf clubs?
You'd have to talk to. I bought these off my brother-in-law like 5 or 6 years ago. I mean, they're Cobras. I think they're a decent set of golf clubs, but
and it's whatever you hit good.
that's right.
But
I mean, I don't know
you're
any.
going to go out there and you're going to start buying, you know, $50 box of balls.
Yeah. So, like, if you get into archery, like your bow is going to cost you $1,000.
Yeah.
That's without a sight, a rest.
Mountain biking, base model,
That's right.
$1,000.
That's right.
On up to 5.
Same way with the bow. I mean, you go buy a good Matthews bow, you're looking at $1,000, man. And then you're going to put, you know, $300 in arrows. You know.
Yeah.
You're going to put $150, $200 in a sight. You know.
Decoy, $200.
I mean, I'm just saying, just shoot 3D. I mean, just to go out and shoot in your backyard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, everything's going to cost you something.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not good enough at this point to be like, I want his clubs. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can't hit the clubs I got yet.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm not, you know, it's the same way with 3D. It's the same way with archery. You know, I don't go out there and be like, well, Jared Warnes was beating me with this bow, so I got to go have that bow. You know what I mean?
You think you're done with archery?
I can't hardly see anymore.
Man, yeah, I know.
I can't hardly see anymore. So, you know, 20 or 30 yards, I can shoot pretty good still, but you know, when you go out on a 3D archery, you know, course and try to shoot, and you're shooting out there at 45 or 50 yards, I can't see. All the pins blur together.
Now, but then he's going to tell me he's going to fly that golf ball 200 and know where he's putting it. You know,
I mean,
is it that? Is it because you can't see, or you just got?
well, I mean,
bit?
that's a little different. I mean, you know, and I play with one of those bright yellow green balls, you know, so I can keep an eye on it, and it sticks out. So you know, those are the ones I play with right now. So. Just so I can find them and
just
go about my
Franklin?
business. I've played at Franklin. I've played this year. I played at Big Beaver Creek.
How was it? Yeah.
It was in good shape.
Used to be one of my favorites.
It's in great shape down
That's a
there.
hard course.
It is. It's got some really bad holes.
Bad
But
dog
man,
leg.
it's got some really fun holes too.
Oh,
It's a pretty
I
place.
enjoy it just because it's different, you know. But yeah,
Matthews. I always had a good time golfing with Matthews.
Oh, he's fun to play with.
Yeah, I got bit by this bug years ago. Hard, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
You still have one of my putters.
I still do. Yeah. I
see,
still,
the thing about it being a bad golfer is
there.
nobody wants to golf with
still
you.
got it.
So
Well, that's where they got.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I mean, I'm like, hey, anybody want to go golf? And they're like, you suck, man. We don't want to go with you.
Tommy got bit by it.
Oh yeah,
He got bit by
I
it
think
hard.
he's still bit. I think he still
Is he?
plays quite a bit. Yeah.
Me and Reynolds tried it. Then we got bit before. We got bit back there about 15 years ago.
Yep.
And it just, I don't know. I always fade in and out. I get so mad at golf. And
It's
then,
easy to do.
And then I'll have to just like not play for years. And then I'll get to the point where I hate 18. I just want to play 9.
That's how I am right now. I don't. It's just such a big commitment. I mean, to go out and play 18 holes. I mean, you got to figure from leaving your house, time you get back, minimum 5 hours.
Minimum.
And that's, I don't know, that's a big
That's the big thing with hobbies for guys.
Yeah,
is like,
sure.
Are you going to, I mean, you know, you're an empty nester now.
Yeah.
You know, me and him, we're hucking and bucking here with the young kids.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't got 5 hours.
No, I mean, and to do that with 5 hours you might have free, it's kind of hard to do that. I mean, there's other things you'd maybe like to do as
Sure. I mean, to get done. You know,
Yeah.
Things like that. I get it.
But man, I do love golf. Every time I get to go out, and it's something I always look forward to.
I love to play golf.
Has that
And
always been your hobby?
I just wish I was just a fuzz better. That's all.
Yeah.
You know,
That's always been your, I mean, that's, you haven't steered off of that. You've always done it.
In college, a couple years, I didn't play that well. Actually, I did play in college. really just 1 year in college. I didn't really play that much. Probably my freshman year, just playing baseball and stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've always played. Not all the time.
And you've actually done really well too. You didn't really like have to, I have to go do like tournaments or something. Like
Yeah.
I have to, you have, but you don't. You just go play.
Yeah, I just like to go play.
Yeah.
And Hudson now likes to play, so I have a feeling as he gets, we played a couple times this year, but as he gets older, I think he's going to want to play more and more. So I hope so. I mean, because that'll be fine, to go out with him and play 18 holes. If that's what he wants to do with our time, that's cool.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
Yep.
But, for me to just think, hey, I'm just going to go out and take 5 hours to go play, it's just kind of hard to do.
That's like last Wednesday. Coleman, my oldest son, he was off, and so we went out and played. This is Coleman's
I got
really
pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Coleman's first year playing golf. Really, I mean, he played a couple years, but he actually went out and bought him a little set of golf clubs stuff this year, and well, you didn't notice it, I don't think, in the picture I sent you, but like we set up so you could see the number on the golf cart. You didn't pay any attention to that.
What
did you?
was it?
So like when I played, my number was 65. When Coleman played, his number was 65. And I had to move a couple carts Wednesday, but I got number 65 cart out. And we was up on number 8 tee box. I said, we got to get a picture of us, So we're standing there with our drivers. You can see the number 65 on the golf cart. So
Yeah, that's cool.
But, neither one of us is very good. I mean, he had some great shots. I had some great shots, but it's just I enjoyed playing with him. If that gets me doing something with my kids, he'll be 29 in May.
He's getting married.
Yeah, he's getting married.
My emojis and hijacking the post finally.
I know.
Through.
I'm so happy for him and Maggie.
Yeah,
and
the baby will be next.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no doubt.
yeah, that's coming.
It's
that's
coming.
Quick. Yeah, you guys.
Coleman always said he's going to be the cool uncle, but he's going to be the cool dad. Is what he's going to be.
Yeah. Married to a teacher. Get ready. They love kids.
Oh yeah, especially when all her friends got kids.
Oh yeah,
So,
That's they're all in baby fever. Right
Oh,
now. That
yeah.
whole group is.
Yeah, my Maggie will make a great mom.
She will.
Yeah.
She will. Yep, she'll be a good one. But, that's the thing with these hobbies. I take now. I'm trying to do it different with this mountain biking, but with everything else, it was okay. We got to compete, or we got to go. I'd make it a business or something just like Jeeping. Hell,
Right.
now after Jeeping for joy, you get to where you hate Jeeps.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, what can I do and just not really take it to that next level and stay there.
Yeah.
And you could do that with golf.
You can. I enjoy going out and playing. Like Susan, last couple times I played, she just rode in the cart with me. We went down to Big Beaver Creek. She laughs at me when I hit a big slice or something like that. And but it's fun to get. She don't golf, but she likes to ride in the cart. As long as it's warm.
I can't play with Mindy; she gets pissed off.
Well, I can imagine why.
She's pretty good. She's as good as I am.
Yeah.
She'd probably beat me. I mean, they just naturally are better at that icing household at golf. Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's the only hobby you got? Well, hey,
I'd say fishing. Fishing's something I like to do a little bit of.
fishing's another one.
Yeah. Now, fishing's something, the only reason I even started, when I was a kid, fished all the time. Parents had a pond, went down there and fished all the time. That was always my go-to thing to do.
Fishing costs you a hell lot more than $1,000. You ain't careful.
Well, it can. I mean, I'm not getting the boat or anything like that. I'm just going to a pond or to the creek and just throwing the pole in. If I catch something fantastic, if I don't, that's okay.
Yeah.
But my kid loves it. I mean, he is ate up with it. He wants to go fishing every day. So we go a lot. And I mean, that's been a lot of fun this summer. I mean, we fished a lot.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. And a lot out with my parents, but like we fished down at the creek quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Did you catch anything out there?
We never catch anything at the creek. He could care less.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. I mean, he'll go down there and try to find the littlest hook he can find in the tackle box. Say, Dad, I want to see how small of a fish I can catch.
Yeah.
I mean, he could care less because he could catch. I mean, he catches huge catfish out of my dad's pond.
Yeah.
And he thinks that's fun. He likes to fight them and get them up and the bass and everything. I mean, he just grabs a hold of them, gives them a little kiss before he throws them in. And I mean, he's ate up with it.
That's
Loves
cool.
it. So when we go to Walmart now, it's not. Well, we have to go get the Nerf gun.
Yeah.
But then we also, the fishing aisle is also in the, must do things at the Walmarts.
Hookers, sinkers. Those
Oh, yeah,
types
all of it. We got to get, he's got to get some sort of a bait, and he wants a pole every time we go.
Oh, wow.
But now we're up to about 12, 14 poles. I think
Yeah.
we're good.
This area sucks so
poles.
bad for fishing, though.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't my dad's pond, I would just, fishing would be hard.
The lakes are just horrible.
Yeah.
To fish. I mean, they're okay, but they're just not good. compared to like other places. If you're going to fish, this ain't the place to live. If you're going to be a whitetail deer hunter, hey, you're at home.
Yeah. And when I kayak out at like Hammertown, I'll take a little, medium action rod, the rooster tail on the end of it, and I'll catch a trout, I'll catch a saugeye, I'll catch a bass, I'll catch bluegill, I'll catch catfish. You just never know what you're going to catch off that rooster tail, know. So I enjoy doing that. Susan's out there paddling around in her kayak, and I'm up there in the cove, throwing a little rooster tail for a little while, and then I get bored with that and paddle on, somewhere. But
did you kayak any this summer?
I didn't because I
kayak one night.
I haven't been able to do anything this hip. So I've been off work almost 5 months.
Except golf.
Yeah. Hey, it's good therapy.
Well,
get the hip back into action.
My physical therapist over at Holzer, Elaine, she was like, did you do anything this weekend? I was like, I went golfing, and she's like, oh, well, so she's over typing on her little computer and stuff, About the second or third time, I was like, she's like, did you do anything this weekend? And I was like, well, I rode the Harley one day, and that's the only time I rode the Harley really over the summer.
How was that?
And it was tough, and Susan was like, can you take me for a ride? And I was like, I don't know that I can hold it up, with that hip, So Elaine was over, putting that in there. So I go in one day and I was like, so she's like, did you golf, ride your Harley? What'd you do over the weekend? And I was like, are you putting that in your notes? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I didn't do nothing this weekend, I was like, no, I ain't telling you nothing ever again, She's like, well, I just think with the golf, like, you be turning. And I was like, you've never seen me golf, because I don't, I'm probably not doing it right.
The turn ain't cranked like it used to.
Not at all.
Well, turn don't go full crank.
No, it's not like it ever turned. It didn't turn right anyway before hip surgery, but.
You getting stiff?
Yeah, I mean, so I'll be 50 in January, and I have to take like some arthritis pills about every day, and oh yeah, I get it in the back, man.
Yeah.
So I take a meloxicam about every day, and it helps loosen me up. I know it sounds bad, but that's what I have to do.
Bud? Well, you're single. You're probably loose as a goose.
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get stiff, man. So
I do too. I noticed last time I golfed, I went to swing and couldn't. I was like, whoa, that's weird.
Yeah.
I was like, I haven't done that in a minute.
Got to tear up that scar tissue in there a little bit.
Oh, it was just weird. It was like, wait a minute here. That's not how that's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dad's been golfing some.
has he?
Mm-hmm. He didn't. I don't think he golfed much this year. Last year he golfed a lot. That's something. Like I said, he's 73, but I mean, he can do about anything we can do, though.
Oh yeah.
He does pretty good. But him and his buddies, that's what they like to go do. They horseback ride one day, golf the next.
That's good.
I mean, it'd be great exercise, hell, especially down here. I'm sure other places it's not as bad, but I mean, my God, there, like climbing number 5 out there, Franklin Valley. That's a steep son of a bitch, man.
Even if you're riding a cart all day, I mean, you still got to walk around.
Oh, yeah.
That's still you're still gonna get some steps in.
Yeah,
you go out there and walk 9 or 18 holes. I mean, you've done something for the day.
So I played 9 holes yesterday morning. It's 34 degrees outside.
Yeah, that's a little chilly.
We was the only 2 out to Franklin Valley.
No.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, when I was younger and, I
liked winter golf better.
I loved it. We had a group. I mean, we'd go out every weekend and play. We all had heaters in the cart. We all had those, cart covers. And we did that for a couple of years. I mean, man, that was a blast. I mean, it was cold. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the wind yesterday, it wouldn't have been that bad. But the wind was a little bit cool. But I played just as good as I did then when on the warm day.
That one winter, me and Kevin and them had a ball. Noodle. I mean, what else is there to do?
Nothing. I mean, why not go out and play golf? And I mean, I always think it's fun. You hit a ball on a frozen green and you just watch like, oh man, I hit a good shot. And hits that green and next thing flies in the woods. Like,
it's like hitting the cart path.
Forgot it was frozen.
You're going to lose some balls in the wintertime.
Yes, you are.
You're going to lose some balls. Yeah, don't play with them Pro Vs.
No. You break out the top flights for those.
For the wintertime. And look what else he's been doing.
Yeah.
What? Now, why did you get into this?
So I like when I had hip surgery.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I was like
mushroom
sitting around the house one day, and I was like watching YouTube videos, and I was like, man, I got to do something. I got to get off this couch or off this chair, And I've got a pile of shed horns down in the basement. So I just went down there with a Dremel and just like started carving stuff out and made some morel mushrooms. I've made some whistles and started making some arrowheads, and so
that what they used to make arrowhead? No, what it?
It was Flint.
Flint.
Yeah.
Kind of same deal though.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the same deal. I was talking to my buddy JB about it, and he was like,
That's who I want on the show.
he said that they used to make bone points, out of some smaller stuff. The thing with that is like once you get
Sharp
in,
as a rock. That'd go right through you.
so the reason that's only like halfway done is like once you get a piece big enough, like out of the base or something like that, like when you get in behind it, it's all bone marrow. Right, so it's hard to like once you start shaving that off the back, then your point's only going to be like a little tiny bird point or something like that. So I just like carved the front of it where it was actually the bone, and just like shaved it off, and you could put it on a necklace or something. That's what I did here. I made a necklace out of one of them.
Let's see it, because me and Gibson's got a deer horn we want to do that with.
See that?
What kind of rope
That's
do you
cool.
use for your necklace?
I bought that up at like Hobby Lobby or something like that, and I had some beads that I made like a spur necklace out of my turkey spurs and stuff with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Does that hurt you?
what's that?
Like them spurs on your
Well, I don't. Susan don't let me wear it. She's embarrassed by it.
Jim Ridge. Hey.
I got this big. I look like Eric Shipman. You remember Eric Shipman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric Shipman had this big long. Yeah, I had this big long. Spur
Looked like
necklace
Chief
on.
Beau.
Yeah, so I've got it hanging up on the dresser, and I'm like, when we get ready to go out somewhere, I was like, I'm going to put my spur necklace. She said, No, you're not. You're not
You don't wear
wearing
it like the National Wild Turkey Federation bike with
No, I don't know.
Did have you ever seen Jim Ridge's? That turtle claw he's got? He's got all that on his.
oh, yeah.
He wears
Oh,
his
yeah.
church every Sunday.
Yeah, does he?
Because Gibson's always like, Daddy, where's that guy with that turtle necklace? I was like, we'll go see Jim.
Yeah.
I'd like to make one out of that deer. Me and Gibson did that with the deer with the hoof.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something about like that one you got. But I don't know. I didn't know how to do it. I don't know how to, I guess I could figure it out.
Sure.
But I didn't know if I'd poke you.
It like if it turns a little bit, that point will poke a
Yeah.
little bit, but it's not near as bad as my glasses. Like I have my glasses around my neck and it catches my beard or something like that, and I scream like a schoolgirl. Susan laughs.
So you're just dicking off doing that.
I'm dicking off, man. I made a whistle out of it. I've made more whistles that didn't work than I did that do work. So,
That morel's cool.
That's neat.
yeah.
You'll be set up at the flea markets here for
Well,
long.
I got to have something to retire on.
I think that's what you ought to do.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, man.
Kearns is
It's cool.
cutlery. Kearns is, or whatever you call it, knife. Kearns is something.
I bet you could make some pretty cool knives out of those.
You probably could. I made a little tiny fish hook one day out of a deer horn. But it's obviously not something you could fish with. It was just kind of like a hook with a barb on it and stuff, and I took a little drill bit and drilled a hole in for the eye and stuff, But it turned out pretty
He
good.
can't see.
Listen. I have to wear these, man. And they're like
you can't wear them hunting.
listen, they're $15 readers. I can put them on and read the label on the bottle, but I can't see your face. That's how,
If I didn't have my contacts in, I couldn't
Yeah.
see you guys.
Yeah, I'd be the
So
same way.
I'm sitting down there with these things, with my glasses on, Dremel, So
How long did that morale take you?
honestly, I don't know, an hour and a half, maybe an hour.
The thing with deer antlers, though, you're kind of always going to be at that size of stuff.
Well, it just depends. You can make them out of the points and stuff, which are like long, skinny ones and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That was kind of out of part of the main beam that I did on that one. A guy I know one time several years ago, he was making them into keychains and stuff, So it was, that's kind of what gave me the idea at the time. And then I started researching what else you can make out of it, and
Right.
whistles and stuff like that. The whistles are the most frustrating things. Because if you don't have the hole just right, or you don't have your notch just right, or you don't have that
Perfect airflow.
the perfect airflow,
Too
or the
big.
plug or the reed that goes in the back of it, which, all the ones that I've made that actually work, I've tried to make it out of like another deer point. So like if you look at them online and like on YouTube, a lot of guys use like dowel rods. Just
Blow on it. I want people to hear it. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's deafening in my ear.
Yeah. That's made, I found that shed horn out in Wyoming one time. And actually when Brian Moore and I was out there turkey hunting. Yep. It's a mule deer shed horn. I made that one out of.
There's lots of guys that do it.
Yeah.
But, that's some of the best. That pipe right there with that morel on the end of it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
that's
pretty
really
cool.
cool.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that one. So,
Yeah, that's pretty neat, man. I like the ring. I think
Yeah.
that's cool. That'd be a cool necklace piece.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so the ring, I like carved it out and stuff, but it needs, it needs a little bit of sanding and stuff. But I like the wide part of it. I was thinking about putting some sort of like design or something like that on it. So I haven't like sanded it all the way down yet. But yeah,
I like that stuff, man. We was talking, me and a buddy of mine was talking the other day about just like deer hunting in Ohio right now. What are you seeing this year?
So I've only been out twice, and the reason why is, I don't have places to go, so I try to use a climber still, and with my hip the way it is, I just,
tough.
I haven't. But every evening I go out. I take the dog and we go for a ride, and we go just, out 5 Points and John Hoops and Spawn Road and around, and we'll see anywhere from 70 to 100 deer a night.
But what are you seeing as far as big bucks in Ohio like it used to be?
Well, I mean, so last night I went out and I seen 2 of the biggest bucks I've probably seen all year last night.
Really?
Yeah, they was
Bruisers.
dandies. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. One of them was.
There's a big thing right now in Ohio about hunting over bait. I'll talk about it. Seems like, like with the Division of Wildlife. Do you think it should be legal or illegal to hunt over bait? Because you get out west and you go to Alaska and them places, some places you're allowed to do that, some places you're not. You're not allowed to bait hunt bear about anywhere other than Alaska, I don't think.
So in Minnesota you can.
Can you?
Yeah. So I've been to Minnesota a couple times bear hunting. You're allowed to hunt over bait up there. But the bait thing, I don't know. Everybody's got their own preference, So, to me, so if you go out and clear an acre of woods out of your property and plant, turnips or something in there, is that?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying so much as like a pile.
I know. I
corn.
get what you're saying, but I'm comparing a pile of corn to an acre of turnips.
That's the big
And then having 3 stands around that.
What's the difference?
A lot of the old guys will say, well, that's you're baiting deer, putting a pile of corn out, but they'll go out and hunt over an acre of turnips,
I like it whenever we get these guys here and it'll happen here real soon. They'll say, oh, here comes the Orange Army.
Yep.
They're talking about gun season. I will be like, you son of a bitch, you got a camera that texts you whenever that deer is there. You've got a timed feeder bringing them in like a bell, and you're going to get mad because these guys go drive deer.
Yeah, because they're going to drive that deer that he's got pictures of. Yeah.
And we all started that way.
And we all started
with that orange on.
And actually, this year, I actually took that week off. So I'll be off the whole week of gun season this year. And I haven't done that since, I don't know, probably 20 years.
You know what I like to do?
I'm pretty excited about it.
Muzzleload is fun. I love to muzzleload hunt. I don't get into archery and I don't get into gun season much, but I like to black powder hunt.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's like hunting with a rifle. Well, I mean, it is a rifle, but I mean, you can reach out there and touch one. You going to hunt all week?
Yeah, I hope so.
Where are you going to go?
I don't know. Probably out around the lake or something like that. Yeah. I don't know.
There's places. There's a lot of public hunting here, but the problem is it's just. I mean, there's a shit ton of people in there.
So I go out the lake. Susan and I, we go in town about 4:00 every morning. I've been walking with Butch and Dusty in town, and Susan works out with, her sister and a couple other girls in there. And then on our way home, we run out by the lake, and and then in the evenings, when I go out for looking for deer. But I mean, sometimes there's 2 or 3 cars out there, and then you'll go a week and there ain't nobody out there.
Yeah.
So.
Cooper Hollow. Yeah, Cooper Hollow. That's 6,000 acres.
Yeah.
Hammertown's like what, 2,200?
I honestly, I don't know. I'm thinking, I thought it was 1,200, but I could be wrong.
There's a 2 in there. I know that.
Yeah.
It's not like 5 or 6.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And Cooper Hollow's 6, I believe. The experimental forest in MacArthur is like 35,000, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot up there.
That's a lot of ground.
Yeah.
You've got Tar Hollow. You've got, but that's a long way to go deer hunt every day. And if you're going to, it's hard to jump in those public hunting areas. Like you and I can go to Hammertown. I know where to go.
Right.
I know where I'm going. Cooper Hollow, I'm about that way with.
I have no idea about Cooper Hollow.
I'm learning.
So
but you got to spend time in there.
That's right. It's like golfing, right?
Yeah.
You got to put your reps in and know what you're doing.
Yeah, you got to go out there and hike at. And, I was out there this spring. I took Travis out there turkey hunting, trying to get to know it a little bit. And you can figure it out. Google Earth's great.
Oh, yeah.
Figure that shit out now. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of. How come you don't do that anymore? You used to hunt.
Yeah. I mean, I just haven't really. That's one of those things. I have a feeling I'm going to get hit by that bug here pretty soon. Hudson's all about that too. He loves shooting his guns. He's got a little bow. He likes to shoot it. So I have a feeling that's going to be coming up for me. I'd say that's a hobby that I'm going to be doing.
I have
quite a bit of.
I have this urge to hunt out west.
Yeah.
I have this urge to go on an elk or a bear hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be amazing.
You've killed all of them.
I've not killed an
You
elk.
don't kill an elk.
No. I've killed a mule deer. I've killed several different species of turkeys with a bow. I've killed bears with a bow.
Yeah. Your boy's killed one with a bow too, hasn't he?
He killed one with a rifle. Coleman killed with a rifle.
Yeah.
But so like when the boys was younger, when they got ready to graduate high school, that was one of the things I was like, I'll take you on a hunt. This will be our last thing we do, So Coleman graduated. He wanted to go bear hunting, so we went to New Brunswick, Canada, and he killed a bear up there. And then Stephen, when he graduated, he wanted to kill a turkey, so we went to Wyoming and killed some Merriams out there.
Yeah.
So it was a good trip.
If you're booking a bear hunt in Brunswick, what kind of cost?
So at the time,
So you're talking 10 years ago, right?
yeah. But I think he's upped his price a little bit now. But at the time, it was $1,200
For both of you?
No, a person. And you got there, and so you had to get there and you had to get home. But while you was there, he took you to and from your bear stand. He fed you 3 meals a day. He housed you. But I think it's $2,000 or something now, which is still not bad at all.
That's
Not
cheap.
bad at all.
That's cheap.
Yeah,
You're going to have like 50. Now, Joey's coming on the show.
Is he?
Oh, yeah, we got to get
about
there.
time. I've listened to that guy cry about not being on the show.
You know what? I kind of do it to mess with him a little bit. It's kind of how I get my jollies, because they'd be like, "Bud, when are you going to get me on the show?"
I'm going to text him as soon as I leave here, and I'll be like, "Hey, this is my 3rd time on there.
Yeah.
I wish you'd get on there."
And it's like the more they ask, the more I'm like,
Yeah.
I just could talk to Reynolds. Reynolds does all the booking. But he got him one.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. I haven't talked to him. I figured he would have called, but I haven't talked to him yet.
I haven't talked to him either. I figured he'd die out there, didn't you?
I did, because and I don't mean that in a bad way, but like, JB, one of my best hunting buddies for years and years and years, he went out there and he's fit. I mean, he's like a skinny guy and stuff, and I was like, how was
Lives
it?
in the woods.
Yeah, and I was like, how was it? And he goes, Bud, it was like when you lay down to sleep, and it was in Craig, Colorado, so I don't know where that is compared to wherever Joey was at. But he said, when you lay down to sleep, it felt like you had a stack of books on your chest. And I was like, I can't do that. You know what I mean?
I didn't get that way out there, but I wasn't hiking. I wasn't.
Yeah, so they must have been a little higher elevation, maybe. I don't know, but that just scares me. Not being able to catch my breath, and
I'd say JB and Joe's hunt was a little different.
probably.
I'd say.
JB was bow hunting,
and JB's he's a cross country type of guy.
Oh yeah,
Joe pretty well went out there knowing that he only had to go X amount of distance.
That's right. JB and I went to a little short story, but we went to Snowshoe, West Virginia, to the IBO World Championships down there one time.
What's IBO?
It's International Bow Hunting Organization. Okay. So it's a 3D shoot. And we went down there, and you started at the top of the mountain shooting targets, and you went all the way down to the bottom. And then you had to get on these buses. And these people were crammed on these buses with their bows and arrows and stuff. And you didn't think the bus was going to make it back out of there. And it was just like a fight. I mean, you had to punch people to get back on the bus. I mean, when people was coming down every 15 minutes off the mountain, and there was just hundreds of people trying to get on these buses. Well, finally JB was like, I'm out of here. So he took off. And we was like, I got on a bus, and so we got up the hotel that night. We're like, has anybody seen JB? So we put on a hunt for JB. JB walked. He walked back up the mountain, up one of them, ski lifts. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I'd have been like, ah.
Why did he just got tired of it?
He just got tired of waiting to try to get on one of them buses. So he's like, heck with that, bud. I'll just walk. Packed his bow, his arrows, his binoculars, all the way up the mountain.
Now he's got. You guys have told me. I think Simpson and you, or one of you, has told me. He's into this. He's went total. He's trying to primitive hunt.
He is.
Yeah, which is cool.
He's made his own bows. He's making his own arrows. He's making his own. He's napping out his own arrowheads, and
going to do it.
No, he's already killed one. He killed one a year or two ago with that bow. And
with that bow.
Yep.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yep.
Dude, that takes some skill.
Oh yeah, that would be.
That's
really
a
cool.
weight and measures game. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a.
I was just texting him the other day, and I was like, because I've been like researching on how to make a bow. You know, I'd like to make my own recurve bow and stuff. My God, that's a process, man. And you got to have a jig made, you know, to reflex the limbs, and you know, like the Osage orange is like the best material to make it, and it says you got to have it dry for a year, you know, before
Did
you
he
can
do
it.
all that?
He said he made his out of hickory, I think he said, and he let it dry for like 6 months. And he called it something else, a different type of bow. But
Did he go out and cut this
shorter.
wood, and
Yeah.
he went out and took the tree and
Oh yeah. Yeah, carved out the bow and made his string and made his arrows and napped out
how long
out
did
his.
that process take?
I don't know. I mean, so if you look at it online, I mean, it could take like months to build these bows. You know, after the wood's dried.
Wow.
Yeah,
Patience of Job.
Yeah.
yeah,
And he
Yeah.
killed one with it.
yeah. He killed a doe with it 2 years ago. I think last year he texted me. He said he was going out, and it was like January or something, you know, and he was like, swing and a miss. He said, I shot right over top of her. So, yeah, of course, these things ain't got sights or nothing on it, you know,
Right.
but yeah. He hunts with
Well,
it.
I mean, like he's compound, or like even your crossbows now.
Sure.
I mean, you might as well have a rifle.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
this
seen one the other day. It shoots 2 arrows out of it.
double barrel.
Yeah. I was like, what the world?
But you got into squirrel hunting with these air rifles too.
Yeah, well, I did last year a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
You haven't done it this year?
I haven't done it this year. I would love
like
to do
to
it
go.
this year.
There's the kid squirrel hunt, I think, is Saturday. No,
Oh, is it?
one of these days coming up. Isn't youth gun season's this week coming up, isn't it?
It
What are
should
the
be.
ages on that?
Any
Really? So I could take Hudson,
squirrel hunting?
or just anything? I mean,
You'd have to get him an apprentice license or a youth license.
yeah.
I think you have to have the hunter safety course.
Well,
I saw that they're
so
getting
you
ready to offer
don't.
that.
You don't.
You don't for the first couple of years or something like that. So at least it was that way for a while back.
Curtis Strickland just shared something about it on his thing the other day because they're having the hunter safety course the 19th, 20th, 21st at the YMCA. I would love to. I would like for Gibson to go sit through that. However, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
You know, I know that sounds awful, but it's like, man, if that was a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it'd be a little easier.
Right.
But you can also do it online. But then Curtis said you could buy a hunter's apprentice license.
That's right. So you don't have to sit through a hunter safety course for
He
like
has to be
first,
with me. Or an
Yeah,
adult.
that's right. He's got to be with you, which they have to be anyway, up till they're 16 or something like
Yeah.
that, I think. But, and then you could take him hunting for a couple years. I don't know how good that apprentice is. I don't know if it's like 2 or 3 years.
So
or
what's,
something like
you
that.
can take him hunting now. Like I took Gibson, but he had his BB gun.
Sure,
That you can do that all day long.
Oh, yeah.
And they can be hunting with
you, but they can't be hunting.
They can't have a loaded firearm.
Right.
You know. And they probably will. I mean, if you're in the right spot, especially like us on public land, you're gonna get checked.
Sure.
You know. I've
Yep.
been checked a lot over the years.
Yep.
There's a lot of guys in here right now, man. I'm out there at that truck stop every day. There's guys in here from all over.
All over. Seeing them rolling in, tree stands in the back and side by
Rangers.
side. Yep.
It's like, are you even hunting or are you just setting
Oh,
up
yeah.
camp? Because I
Might
mean,
just be a great place to set up camp.
I think a lot of them do. I think there's some guys that come in here that just get buck fever. I don't know how they like. I see guys that are going to Cooper Hollow and they're like, "You been seeing any?" And I'm like, I mean, but like if I have, you're not
Right,
Like,
yeah.
You know, I mean,
Not going to tell you about it.
you know, now there'll be some guys pull something out of there.
Sure.
You know, but I don't know how they do that. Do you? Can you imagine just rolling into Cooper Hollow from like North Carolina?
I mean, but there's a lot of those guys that's been doing it for 10 or 15 years.
They probably know that place.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Probably know it better than you do. You know
You're
what I'm
probably
saying?
right. Yeah, there's the same group of guys come down there and
Yeah.
hunt it every year. That's what the biggest thing I've ran into is just places to hunt.
Yep. I'm the same way.
I've lived here all my life and hunted all my life. This ain't like it's new.
You know, when Meade started like leasing all their property out and stuff, you know, which is basically what I hunted my whole life.
Me
you
too.
know?
Me too.
It was that Meade property, and then when they started leasing it, if you didn't get on lease, you didn't have where to hunt. You know.
Yeah.
So we got on that lease out at Urban Hollow, and it was 2,000 acres out there, and
There was 60 of you on that?
no, there was 10.
Oh, you were on one though that had like 60, weren't you?
No, so at the time, like that Urban Hollow lease, which I hope nobody's listening, I'll make mad, but they had a hard time like getting all the money from all those people, and they had like 50 people or something on that lease at one time. And
That's a lot of accounting to
it
do.
is.
Though.
And then you hey Pudge, I need your money, I need
Yeah.
your money, I need your money.
I'll
And
get
you
with
don't
you. Yeah.
and you don't get it, and then end up the guy has to turn the money in and ends up paying for like 6 spots or something, just to to keep the lease. So I got with Brian Moore, and Brian, Roger Landrum was in charge of that out there, and Roger was like, I can't keep up, I can't keep the people. Brian was like, let me take it over. He said, you can hunt, you can, of course Roger didn't hunt, but he read his foiler through there and mushroom hunted and picked berries, him and Madeline, and he said, you can do whatever you want. But so we found 10 guys. We found 2 or 3 from New Jersey, that from Michigan that came in, and then me and Jerry and Norm, the first 10 or something like that was on there, and Brian, and we paid $2,000 a piece. It was $20,000.
Is that worth it?
It was. I mean, especially in turkey season when there wasn't nobody out there turkey hunting, just me and Brian Moore. He had 2,000 acres to turkey hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was back, and it reminded you, because the turkeys got like where there wasn't no pressure on them. Mm-hmm. So it reminded you like back in the late 80s, like where, you go in there and turkey hunt, and you'd set up on this turkey and spook that turkey, and then there was another one gobbling on out the ridge somewhere. You just got up and went out there, and before that, all this mead property had so much property where people would run up and down the roads calling and stuff like that. You didn't have that out there anymore. You had 2,000 acres where these turkeys didn't hear a whole lot of turkey calling. Didn't have people coming in there calling all day long.
Right. Yeah.
So you could set up on this turkey. If something happened to that turkey, you heard one back this way, you go over there and set up on him. And
what a rush that is, bud.
oh my goodness,
I got into that last year.
Yeah.
Travis took me. Wow.
Oh,
I got bit by that bug. Now that bug, it's not like golf. The bite, the swelling goes down as soon as turkey season's over. You ain't got no choice. But I'm in.
Yeah.
it's a great time.
That's a great time. That's probably better than bow hunting for me. I mean, or deer hunting in general.
Yeah.
Like, I like that.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite pastime. And as far as hunting wise, I love to turkey hunt.
I still enjoy a good dog chase.
Oh yeah,
I still enjoy. I need Gibson's this year. We're going with Dad and Randy and those guys. We're going to go. I haven't taken him out yet. I should. He's never been around dogs running or nothing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just never have.
Well, that's fun.
Hell, for the last 5 years, I've been so damn busy every weekend. This is going to be the first year that I've got to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
This is going to be nice, man. Not first hunting season anyway.
Right.
Has Hudson been out? You taken him and done anything with him?
Not hunting wise. I know that he's gonna. He's gone out a couple times. But
Yeah, that's it.
yeah, usually just walking in the woods, and like we even at the cabin, like sometimes he'll take his BB gun and he likes to hunt for birds. Obviously, we're not shooting any, but in his mind, he's
Just kill them, you bunch of killers.
I'm not gonna, can't say that on the air.
What else would he talk about, gentlemen? Anything? Well, yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Nothing
cover about
golf
everything
club?
I'm doing.
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing else. They see me all the time. Chad's sick.
Is he?
Had his first week off from football every night, and he gets sick. So,
I hope he feels better.
yeah, well, Chad, we hope you feel better.
Feel better, Chad.
Yeah. So, all right. Hey, well, stay tuned. Smash that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you.